Assalamualaikum and good morning to everyone. Today our group will present about the Earth Coordinator System. So firstly, I would like to introduce my group members, which are firstly, my name is Siti Aisyah binti Mohamad Azam. Secondly is Nursyazwani. Third, Putri Syahmina Damia. Fourth, Zunnuraina. And lastly is Teng Ying. So firstly, what is Earth Coordinator System? Earth Coordinator System used for converting the information in real world which are sphere shape into a flat world which are in a piece of paper or diagram. So, to converting the information into a piece of paper, we assume that world is flat to make sure everything could be located in the world and easy to manage the data. Moreover, coordinator system using grid technique, which are x-axis in horizontal line and y-axis is vertical line. In coordinate system also have the point at which both x and y equal to 0 that called the origin of the coordinate system. After the system updated, researchers found that two-dimensional coordinate system not suitable to use for specifying geospatial positions. And it comes out with latitude and longitude, which are latitude is a north-south scale and longitude is a east-west scale. Other than that, lines of longitude also called as meridians and 0 degree is the equator of the latitude line. In our content, we will explain about the axis, longitude and meridian, and latitude and the equator.
So, how does the axis of x and y associated with the Earth? The Cartesian coordinate system. The origin of the x and y, where the point meets, is equal to the center of the Earth. The z-axis passes through the Earth's pole with its positive direction towards the North Pole. X-axis points towards the intersection of prime meridian with the equator, while y-axis is orthogonal to x-axis. The Earth will rotate following the rule of the right hand. Each point on Earth is defined by in a bracket x, y, z. The system is then called as Earth Center, Earth Fits, ECEF system.
Moving on, I'll explain for the third one, which is the latitude and equator. So the definition for latitude is the measurement of distance with imaginary lines who circles around the Earth from east to west. So for the diagram beside, you can see there are the horizontal lines beside over all of the Earth, and they are known as the parallels because they are the horizontal mapping lines on Earth. Yeah, you can see there are the parallels or lines of latitude on the diagram. And the equator is the line around the center of the Earth, which is 0 degree of latitude. You can see the middle line in this equator, and then it has 0 degree. And the starting point for measuring latitude is when they are further away from the equator, the latitude degrees will be larger. Because the equator is starting point, so it is 0 degree, and when it's further away from the equator, the latitude degree will be larger. And each parallel there are measures 1 degree north or south of the equator, with 90 degree north of the equator and 90 degrees south of the equator. So you can see at the top there we have north with 90 degree, and the down part, the bottom part, we have south with 90 degree. So the fixed things that you need to know will be the latitude of North Pole is 90 degree N, 90 degree north, and the latitude South Pole is 90 degree south. Yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.
Now I'm going to continue with longitude and meridian. Okay, first of all, let me simplify the definition of longitude and meridian. Longitude specifies positions east and west as the angle between the prime meridian and the second meridian that intersect the point of interest. So the range of longitude is from 180 degree east to 180 degree west. So both 180 degree east and 180 degree west longitude together will form the international deadline. So basically, longitude is a number that tells you the angular distance between a location on the Earth and the prime meridian. Okay, next, a meridian is an imaginary line that connects all the locations that have a certain longitude. Meridians run from the North Pole to the South Pole, and the only direction you can travel along the line are due north or due south. So basically, meridians extend from one pole of the sphere to the other pole. And longitude is the angular separation of the half plane defined by the meridian and the half plane defined by an arbitrarily chosen prime meridian. So the location of the poles are also arbitrarily chosen. Besides that, we have prime meridian. So what is prime meridian? The prime meridian is the imaginary line drawn north to south at 0 degree longitude. It is the starting point for measuring distance both west and east around the earth. So prime meridian goes through the Royal Observatory, Greenwich in London. This is why we sometimes call it the Greenwich line. However, the prime meridian also passes through England, France, Spain, Algeria, Mali, Burkina Faso, Togo, Ghana and Antarctica. It's important to know that prime meridian is arbitrary. So this means any meridian which is line of longitude can serve as the zero longitude line. However, the meridian that runs through Greenwich has been chosen as the official prime meridian with an international agreement. So the prime meridian helps to set the coordinated universal time UTC and international deadline. Moreover, it divides the Earth into the eastern and western hemisphere, similar to the way the equator divides the Earth into the northern and southern hemisphere.
So in conclusion, rather than using an ad hoc way of describing a point in space, coordinates allow for a more systematic method of locating and accurately defining a set point. It is a universal language to which tells a person the specific position of a point on the entire Earth's surface. These coordinates act as a representation and a measurement of location on the Earth's surface for the ease of navigation, and coordinate systems have been developed over centuries, playing a great importance in our lives by guiding us. Not only they are used in the complex research of surveying, they are also used in our daily lives through the simplest things, such as finding a particular shop. Globally, locations are systematically named by giving their latitude, longitude, and their altitude. Additionally, the positions of stars are given by the declination and the right ascension. So without these coordinate systems, it would be extremely difficult to explain where you or something is to someone else. So that is it from our group 5. Thank you for listening.